Yo, what's good, everybody? Glad to see that y'all are here today. Indeed. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step two. But yes, it's Carl Gray, your favorite launch consultant, here for the first time in a long time. And I'm glad that you all have come. Today, we're going to talk about launching the business of your dreams in 2022. Y'all have seen and heard from me enough. I'm not going to sit here and talk for too much longer. I'm going to jump right into the presentation because that's why you came. And I'm glad that you did. So, we're going to go ahead and start right now. Go full screen with you so that we can start this from the beginning. All right. So, first of all, introduce myself. In case you didn't know, I am Carl J. Gray III. I am an entrepreneur with a passion for business and helping others to thrive in business. It's simply what I really love to do. It's what wakes me up in the morning. It's what keeps me up at night because I don't sleep too often anyway. So yeah, go ahead and tell me where you're from, what your business is, what you want to do in life, because I want to help you to get to where you want to be. So go ahead, drop your industry in the comment section so that I know. I'm just happy to do that. So before we start, I'll tell you just a little bit about me, myself, and I am a Hampton University alumni. Congrats to all the new graduates who graduated on this great Mother's Day just passed. I am a DMV native. I've been born in DC, raised in Landover, currently reside in Old Bowie, Maryland, as they like to call it. I'm an internationally published photographer. I'm a certified ethical hacker, former political campaign strategist. I founded Learn from a Hacker, where I teach people how to become ethical hackers and also how to protect themselves online. I've had over a decade in business between management consulting, digital photography, cybersecurity, all of those things. It's been over 8 years since I've even had a boss, since I've had to, clock in for anyone, and I love that life. I have over 25,000 hours of paid consulting work across many different fields for many different organizations, and I've spent tens of thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours of study, research, and development in areas of business processes and profitability, so that you don't have to. I go to those seminars and things pretty often, and one thing that I notice is that it's not often it's catered to a certain audience. I'll put it like that. And so my job, I feel, is to take it and bring it, in a way where where everybody can understand it. So I'll do that. I'll have my face down in case y'all want to see me while I talk. So, Carl Gray Enterprises LLC is comprised of 4 different corporations. Learn from a Hacker, which I talked about. Prototype Promotions, where I do photography. Launch with Carl, which is putting this on today, where I actually help to launch and grow businesses. And Prototype Consulting Group, where we serve larger businesses out there. And yes, I see people are dropping in industries in there. Indeed. So as a retired Air Force, GS civilian, like to do coaching consulting for small veteran and civilian business. That is great. I'm glad to hear that. All right. So moving forward. So I'm what many would call a serial entrepreneur. Personally, there isn't much more that I enjoy than taking an idea, someone else's idea, and growing it into a business. You see I got my whiteboard back here. I got many notepads, computers, all of this type of stuff. So when my clients come to me, or prospective clients come to me with a business idea, it brings me a whole lot of joy to sit there and say, hey, you might want to try this, do this. I've had experience with these people. I can connect you with these folks who do this, that, and the other that can help your business. So all of that is what I enjoy to do. That is my passion. So, I have a heart to help people to grab the bull by the horns, going confidently. A lot of times when we go by ourselves, that's kind of what gives us the pause and the angst. But, when you have somebody there, you can put away those fears, those weights, those things that hold us back from being successful, and really take the success that we want, need, and we deserve, and we also desire that. So that's what I do. I've had experience with Fortune 500 companies, nonprofits, governments, for-profit agencies, individuals, and I've developed my own methodologies using what I've seen around the world and tailored them to small and medium-sized businesses so that they can grow very, very quickly. Pardon me, my phone's been going off all day. You would think I'm popular or something. So just so you know, if you have not already, you should have gotten it in your email. you can download my launch toolkit, which I want everybody to have. It's the tools that I use for almost every launch that I do. It's 10 free tools that you can look at with different links to go, different discounts and all of that on there. And so while you do that, I'm going to give you the first and last commercial break for our time together.
I want you to have profit. My program, Profit Before Pain, helps you to put money in your pocket so that you can actually have that motivation to keep going. So many times we quit and we stop our businesses because we haven't experienced the profit that we want. I'm the type of person, I've been through it. This is what I've used to launch both of my businesses. I had a photography business. I used this same program, made $3,000 the first week. I'm also an ethical hacker, and I launched my ethical hacking classes where I teach people how to protect themselves online, and I made $5,000 my first time going live with it, and continuously made $20,000 the first month. So I'm telling you, this works. That is my solution. And in my 4-day to launch program, you work with myself, you work with my team. We use our templates, our methodologies to get you off the ground. You're in the room with other entrepreneurs who want to help you. Now, I'm telling you, you may be hesitant, but I don't want you to be in the same position next year where you haven't started fulfilling your dreams. You haven't started doing what you want to do. You haven't started doing what you want. We don't want you to experience this pain again. Let's get you making this money. Let's be real. That's what it's about. You want to be able to make an honest living. So click the link below, sign up. Let's get to work and come to my webinar. Let's see how this works. We can work together. And as I've said before, I will be your 7th customer. You go through my program and we get you a viable offer that I help you develop. I'll be your 7th customer. Even if it's something that I'll never use in my life, I will still purchase it and give it to somebody else. So let's go. 4daystoLaunch.com. Let's make it happen. Are you the person who's been thinking about starting their business forever? You have an idea, you have something on your mind and your heart that you've been wanting to do for so long, but you just haven't got it off the ground. Well, I'm Carl Gray, and I'm a business launch specialist. My job is to help you to get that business off the ground and get you making money quick.
All right, welcome back. So that was our commercial break. Hopefully you had time to go to download the toolkit. If not, it's still there. It will be there forever, maybe forever, maybe for a long time, who knows. But so just who have I served? I've done, like I said, I've done so many different things, and I've worked for so many different companies. A lot of them are sitting there on the board. Some of them I'm not even allowed to say because of confidentiality. But as you can see, I've worked across the globe, doing many different things for many different people. Like I said, from photography, from consulting, from ethical hacking. These are people that I've worked with, all with my own businesses. All right, so now through all of that, I am driven to help other people. It's not just about me anymore. I really like helping people. So who is today's training? Who is it actually for? Let's talk about it. So today's training is for budding entrepreneurs who want to turn their expertise into a new business. They want to thrive in business. Also, it's for those who know they're good at what they do, and they know they should be making more money doing it. They should be getting paid more doing it. If that's you, tell me that. You sit there like, I know I could be making more money doing this. Go ahead, throw that in the comments, because I know that's you I'm talking to. People that have a business idea, but they're stuck in the idea stage. They've sat there and like, oh man, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I think and they hesitate, because maybe they have, what people call anxiety, or they're just a little bit afraid to jump out there. We're here to help with all of that. Businesses that want to quickly launch a new product or offering. Maybe you've already been in business, or your business has been moving a little bit slow and you want to try something new. We're here to help you with that. This training is for you today. And those who are already successful in business, but you want or need to re-engage your current customers with the new vertical. You've been doing something for a while and you've gotten customers. You want to bring them back, because one of the best things in any business is repeat customers. I know we're almost halfway through, but we still have time to make 2022 our year. Starting today, you can begin to make moves to take control of 2022 and make every year after it even better. That's my goal. I want this year to be better than last year, and year after that, only going up. And we have the opportunity to do that starting today. Now, this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. No, I did not become the Prince of Bel Air, but my life was turned upside down. And it all started in 2020 when everybody else's life got flipped upside down. But I'm going to tell you what happened to me and how I worked with it. So essentially, I was working for, and I'll make sure you see my face while I'm talking about this. Essentially, I was working with the company, and I was doing consulting with them, and it was a public company, and of course, what happened when COVID hit and there was shutdowns and lockdowns and things went differently, that people started making cuts, and so they had to cut. They cut contractors first. They cut the consultants. Like, we'll bring you back. Pencils down. We love your work, but I mean, it was logical. They had to spend money on other things. This was something that people really didn't understand, which was fine with me. So, but I needed, well, it wasn't that fine with me because I still needed to make money. So it was like, Carl, what do you do in this situation? And what I did was, using the methodologies that I'm going to show you today, I started my own ethical hacking business. And I was able to, as I said in the video, really sustain my household and my family, bought a new home, all of those things in the midst of when other things were shutting down. I couldn't depend on a stimulus. I couldn't depend on a PPP loan. I couldn't depend on anybody doing anything for me but me. But the good thing was, again, using my years of experience in business, I was able to start a brand new business from the ground up, moving forward. And so I'm glad that you're here so I can show you that. Now, people are like, well, what was the business? Again, I started teaching ethical hacking classes. And so some people may say, well, what were the results of that? I normally wait to the end of that to tell you what the results are. I'm gonna tell you right now what happened. I contacted, people that I knew, and using, again, the methodology I'm going to tell you today, where I turn my friends into my friend zone, into my street team, and it works. The first launch, I brought in nearly $5,000 of revenue the very first day. By the fourth week, I made $20K with students in over 5 states. I was contacted by a local nonprofit who bought 7 seats at a discounted price. I learned so much about my business model, because we as business people, we don't just want to throw things out there that don't stick. We want to also make sure that everything we do, that it goes into our business plan, goes into what we do moving forward. And again, this was in the middle of a shutdown where people were supposed to be struggling. I would refuse to struggle. So my goal for today is that if you would allow me, because always want permission, want consent, all that good stuff, is I want to, number one, educate you with the essentials that every business needs to make a profit. I want to help you to redefine how you look at your business trajectory, that you can move faster than you ever thought. You can make more money than you ever thought. You can touch more people than you ever thought. I want to give you the opportunity also to work with me and use my methods to grow your business and prosper faster than you ever thought, than you ever imagined, with less effort than you ever thought. So today, we're going to move very fast. You're in the right place. Today's training is for people who have sat for too long on a business idea out of fear that it might not work. Today's training is perfect for people who have an idea or side hustle that they want to turn into a business. You've just been doing this on the side, but it's actually, like, I want to make money at this. It's perfect for those who have already been in business but haven't really realized the success and profit that they crave. It's like, I know I could be making more money, but why hasn't it happened yet? For those who have been thinking long and hard about the future, and they want to take control, because as you see, things are going crazy right now. There's wars happening. There's inflation going on. Gas prices out of control. All of that stuff. Now, our unfortunate reality is that for years, being successful in business has been viewed as a huge mountain to climb. Very, very, very untrue. And I'm going to go through some of these things that people have talked about. I like to say they have created these mental barriers to entry to stop you from actually being successful in business. They don't have a problem if you get an LLC, if you write a business plan. They worry about when you start to make money. And that's what we're going to talk about today. They tell you need to have all of these things. You got to have a marketing strategy. They want you to have an exit strategy before you actually enter the business. You got to have, sales team, avatars, all of that, and so much more, all before you make a single dime. And this is what a guy named Billy Jean calls NRGAs, non-revenue generating actions. They want you to do all these things that don't make you money because it slows you down in business. Now, don't get me wrong. I do believe that those things are important for you to have. Part of my business and what I do is helping businesses and enterprises and entrepreneurs just like you to create all of those things when necessary. I've even written a book called The 7-Day Business Plan, and it's coming out next month. Shout out to my man Omar Finley for lighting the fire under me to get that done. I actually have most of the items on that long list for my business, but I also know how long all of that takes before you're actually quote unquote in business. Like, we don't want you to do all of that. And I get it. You're an entrepreneur. You want to help people and make an honest living. You and me, we're the same. But what's the problem? The problem is that so many entrepreneurs fall short in what I like to call failure to launch. They're expert in what they do. They're passionate about it, but not quite sure how to turn it into a profitable business. They focus on vanity metrics, likes, views, comments, all of that, not looking at conversions and things. They aren't properly charging clients. So many people are undercharging. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. And every day every client that I've ever had has been charging too little. There has not been one who's walked through my door, sat on a Zoom with me, that has not been horribly charging, undervaluing themselves. Even if the business is profitable, meaning they're spending less than they make, they still don't see the profits. And that goes to properly charging clients. We're going to talk about that too. They don't know how to capitalize on the current relationships. And so they end up begging, quote unquote, their village for interactions like, share, subscribe. Why do you look at Rihanna's stuff and you won't look at mine? All of that stuff. You know, they get stuck in those places. And one of the biggest things is there isn't an infrastructure that streamlines their marketing, their scheduling, their payment, and their delivery. No matter how easy those things are to do, and you can actually do them very, very quickly. And I'll show you how to do it and faster than you thought. Having those things in place can automatically make your business move a lot better. So I'm gonna tell you something. Some businesses start. Many small businesses start, and we're going to talk about the definition of start. You know, they have a good product and they begin to sell it, tell a few people, and takes business as it comes to them. You know, and the definition of start, you know, Google will tell you, is to begin or be reckoned from a particular point or space in time. The event or process of coming into being, or the point in time at which something has its origin, the beginning. So it really doesn't take much to start. Like they say, it's just a single step. But let's talk about the word launch, okay? And that's where we are here at Launch with Carl. Spring forward, to enter energetically, to get off to a good start, to release, catapult, or send off a self-propelled object. Think about that. And my favorite definition is simply to take off, baby. That's what we do here. Now, which would you rather do? Tell me in the comments. Would you rather start or would you rather launch? That's up to you to decide. And even if you've already started, you can still launch. Now, let me tell you how we here at Launch with Carl, we define a business launch. How do we make your business take off? Number one, you have a good to great product offer. You make a profitable price. You identify your customers and your target market. You get a sales method, and then you have deliberate, aggressive, targeted action. Again, I said deliberate, aggressive, targeted action. We call that data. And that's it. That's a launch. Now, before I get deep into this, I want to just talk to you right now. And I want to let you know that you're worth this. And because you're worth this, I want you to take a couple of actions right now in order to make sure that you get all that you need from what I'm going to share with you today. Number one, close your email. It's so easy to keep your email open. Trust me, I know. Close those 20 browser windows that you currently have open. I know I got a bunch of browser windows open most of the time. That's why I got that computer over there shut off. Close the door wherever you are. Get up, walk over, close the door, take a couple seconds. Give yourself this room by yourself as you listen to this. Tell the kids not to kill themselves or each other for the next few minutes. Now let's go ahead and get started. All right. I hope you got a pen, paper, so you can take some really good notes. So I'm going to tell you about our solution to all of this. our 7 turnkey system to your 7-step turnkey system to your profitable launch. Now I know you're looking and you're like, Carl, there's only 6 on there. What do you mean 7 steps? I'm going to talk to you about the 7th step, but let me get through the first one. As we said before, we help you to decide on your good to great product service. We come together, identify how your customers will benefit from your business, from your products, all of that stuff. And also from you, because you are a part of your business. We schedule a promotion date that is close enough that it will put pressure on you to make it happen. Because again, we launching takes pressure. Then we price your product and your service, include your materials, the labor, the shipping, and the profit. We decide on a really good launch strategy. We select your customers. And then the 7th step is we launch. That's the 7th step. We launch and we rake in net profit. Okay. Now, who does this system work for? It's simple enough, right? It works for coaches, physical trainers, event planners, writers, consultants, financial planners, photographers. You can drop yours in there because I'll probably get to it. Ethical hackers, personal event chefs, videographers, virtual assistants, closet organizers, landscapers, car detailers, copywriters, HR specialists, independent contractor, housekeeper services, fashion consultants. Me, it worked for me and it can truly work for you. And that's what we're doing. We help you to design that offer, price that offer, identify those customers, prepare your delivery infrastructure, construct communication, launch that campaign, and we count that profit. So let's go through it right now. I'm going to go a deep dive into it. Again, I hope you got your pen and paper ready. Design your offer. We want your offer, number one, to be relatively easy for you to deliver, meaning that, we don't want you to have to fly to Timbuktu or, walk across the Brooklyn Bridge to get goat's milk for Diddy just for your first launch offer. We don't want to do that. We want it to be something that you can do expertly, and you can deliver to people, that it provides real value to your customer. And we discover how to figure out what that value is and how much you should charge for it. Then you want to offer that gives you the opportunity to over deliver. As small businesses, when we over deliver, people come back. There has not everything that I do my best to over deliver. If it's a photo shoot, I try to give extra time or extra prints. If it's business consulting, I'll give extra one-on-one stuff or different prizes. As you'll see at the end of this, that all of my clients, there's always something I like to throw in there for them. Anything that you do, whatever it is, you want to make sure that you're able to over deliver. You want to set yourself up for repeat customers and clients. As we said, as people keep coming back to you, as you create that customer loyalty, not because they feel like they're dependent on you, but because it's so good that they would rather come to you than even do it themselves. Then we decide your kickoff price, right? Be aggressive, but realistic. While you want it to be a deal, your goal is still a profit, because you want it to be like, okay, that they can easily say yes to with no hesitation. That's how aggressive that it is. You want to make the discount deep enough where it's a no-brainer to them. If your product is normally $5,000, if somebody sees it for $1,000 and they got $1,000, bam, they're gonna get it just that quick. Make the price so low that once you launch, you'll never go to that price again. Again, when we talk about launches, think about a spaceship. Spaceships, they take off and they use a whole lot to get to that cruising, to get into orbit. Or a plane, when it's taking off, it uses a whole lot of energy to get the cruising altitude, but then it's not pushing that much effort out. And so you don't want to have to, stay in that place of launch. So you're going to have easier methodologies, larger profit, bigger pricing, better marketing, all of that type of stuff. Now, if you've already been charging, what we like to do is find a higher price for you, which is more profit. So that means you're putting all the energy in and you're able to get more money. And again, it's totally contingent on what your profit is. I'm not going to tell you exactly, how much to pay. I mean, how much you should charge right now. But, when we go through the classes, we actually do have a really good formula that shows you what the charge. Now, why not give it away for exposure? I know every business person has been told to do something for exposure. Whew. Now, a lot of people think that when they're doing trial runs of their product or service, that they'll just give it away. And that's often because they're of the belief that the only way to get feedback, when they're perfecting their product, is to give it away to people. That's not what we do here. And here's why. Number one, it gets very, very expensive. You know, the research, the development, the materials, all of the things that you do to create that product, to create that service, and then you just give it away. You're cheating yourself. Number two, people often don't appreciate things that they get for free. Every time it's because they haven't put value on it quite yet. And a lot of times we do them a disservice by not allowing them to put value on it. And so they don't even use it the right way. And it doesn't allow you to test your sales and marketing processes that you have in place. Because if you're giving it away, then no one cares about the price. If you're giving away, no one cares about the marketing. It's like, here, take this. Now, what we do here is beta testing. And as I said, I do come from the IT world. And, beta testing in actuality is an opportunity for real users to use a product in a production environment to uncover bugs or issues before general release at a discounted rate. So meaning that you give people the opportunity to use it before you send it to the public, before you start making commercials or go, buying Google ads and all of that. You take a trusted group of people to go through it. And in our methodology, the things you'll be testing are, of course, your product. You want to make sure that it is working properly, but you're also testing that marketing. Is it attracting men? Is it attracting women? Is it attracting the people in the demographic that you want? You're testing your pricing. Is the price at the equilibrium where it meets supply and demand? Are you balancing it properly? Is it too high where you're not getting enough people? Is it too low where you're getting too many people and not making enough profit? All of that stuff is necessary. The user experience, you want people to be able to give you feedback on every step of the process. And most of the time doing this, they are actually willing to do it. There's a video game that I play often, and they have what's called PTSs, and people will sit there and talk about everything to the developers so that they can make the product better. The same thing happens. Have you thought about whenever you've gone to a place and they've said, send a feedback survey, all of that? That's because that user experience is so important to every single business, especially yours. Now, as a part of this beta, this is how we do it here. We decide your launch customers, and we use two particular beta programs here, and I'm going to go through them both at the same time. Let me back to back. The first one is our limited open beta. Use about 70 to 100 people, more if you can. Your entire network, anybody that you can touch without paying for their advertisement, of social media, personal contacts, groups that you're in. Facebook really has a huge focus on groups right now, because that's where people actually go for a lot of information, for a lot of camaraderie and things of that nature. Anybody who's expressed a genuine interest in your product offering. Maybe you were out and somebody overheard the conversation that you had and they jumped in it, or they trickled in through other social media avenues. Then you decide your launch customers. Again, I'm sorry. The other one is called the Friends and Family Beta. We have, and with the Friends and Family Beta, this is it's a tighter circle. So it's 50 to 100 contacts of people that you actually know, selected friends, family, those in your closer circles. They're good for your brand. So you want to be very targeted when you're doing that. You trust them to give their opinion and not bury you, because again, this is a closed beta program where they're actually, just talking to you and your people, and they're you want them to you don't want them to just be yes men, but you do want them to be encouraging in what they give, constructive criticism. Also, you want these people to have a positive interaction with you in the past 3 years. And most of the time when you do this, it's often because you're giving them so low of a price, because you know that they're family and they're going to want the family discount anyway. So you actually, use that to your advantage. There are also other options that we use for launches. We have an open beta, qualified beta, big tent beta, single member beta. Somebody told me I should do a whole training on my beta programs, which I probably will, because most businesses don't actually, or business consultants don't actually teach the beta program the way that I do. I don't know. I've actually never heard anybody teach it like that. So, and all of these methods work, but you don't want to use them with your first, second, or third product. All right. So then we prep your communications, because again, we want to be able to talk to the people in their language. You want that communication to be seamless. What's even more important than what you say is how you present everything. You want your potential client to be able to act and pay as soon as they decide in their mind that they want your product. No questions asked. I know you've had times you saw something like, oh wait, I want that. Oh wait, I want that. Oh wait, I want that. But then you try to scroll and find and click like, I don't even know how to get this. Never mind. And you see somebody else with it like, dang, how'd you end up doing that? And by that time, they've lost your business. So you want to make it very, very easy and seamless to do that. You do that using graphics, use flyers, emails, text messages. You want a payment portal because you want people to be able to give you. We're not talking about, somebody just sending you a cash out. That's not how we do business. Because again, that's having to chase somebody down for it. That's them having to figure something out. You don't want that. You want to be able to click and pay, click and pay. And then of course a delivery system slash methodology. Now there's some things that are good to have. They aren't essential. Number one is CMS. Customer management systems like MailChimp. Some people call them CRMs. Constant Contact, HubSpot. There's so many out there that people use. They're becoming more and more essential, but they're not. For launch, you actually don't have to have those, but I do have some again in the toolkit that you can use. A calendar app. I use Calendly for some stuff. If it's something that actually takes your time, you don't want people overbooking you. You don't want people double booking you. You want to be able to set times when you're not going to be working and things like that. Form or survey app. You want Survey Monkey, Woofu. Those are really good. Constructing your delivery. Now I'm going to get a little bit deep in this. I'm going to show you an example of it as well, because it's really important how you construct things, right? So put your name in the subject. Remember, they're doing this because they know you. Again, we're at beta time. Your name has become your brand. Assume the reader knows you've got into business. When you say certain things, it triggers something in people. So when I sent out my email, what I said was, as you probably already know. And somebody who has a relationship with you, if you tell them they should already know something, then they're going to expect that they know it, and they'll feel disappointed in themselves if they don't. This is a psychology to this. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Let them know why they've been selected. Tell them it's because of the relationship, or because they've expressed interest, or because you feel that they're good for your business. Emphasize the exclusivity of the deal. Share the regular price for the package. Say, hey, look, this is normally this price, but because I'm launching it, because I want you to help, because I believe in you, because I want you to be a part of this, I'm giving it to you at this price. Again, make the link to pay prominent, and then keep it short and simple. That's my KISS method. Keep it short and simple. And deadlines. The reason deadlines are very important is because they show people that you're serious about your business. And when they know that you're serious about the business, when it's time sensitive, then they'll see you. You need to have something to switch in their mind from the person that they knew to the person that you are, which is a businessman. And in some cases, you may want to have a payment plan at a higher price. We can discuss this as well. Most of my products have a payment plan with them, because I know that some people, they may want to act now, but they don't have all the money there. But I make sure that they make the investment today that they can do, so they can at least get started, and then we'll work out the rest as we move forward. So remember, I said I had a photography business. So back in 2012, when I first started that business, I used this same methodology, right? And this is the file that I use. Put your best foot forward. Canva and Photoshop templates, they're actually great. Make it very clear what you're selling, because you want the quick sale. And I'm going to show you even the mistakes that I made on this 10 years ago and what I would have done differently. Make sure your deal is the primary focus. So I'm going to read this to you. As you see, I got exclusive, invitation only. I've hit the exclusivity off break where they can see it easily. So you have been selected, talking to this person, to participate in this one-time only portfolio build special. As Prototype Promotions is building its portfolio and services, we're collecting diverse, exceptionally photogenic individuals for our introductory photo shoot special. Limited spots available, first come, first serve. So you see, I told them why they were selected. I even did a little bit of flattery, because I'm like, hey, look, you're photogenic. You should be in front of my camera. Let's do this for a small price, right? Down here, I talk about everything that's included, everything that they get. Again, this is 2012. So they got DVDs. Now it's websites. It's all type of stuff that we do now. Also, I put the deposit. The deposit was actually $37. It wasn't even that they had to pay the $75 for the silver program package, which was normally $200. And I gave deadlines here. They had to reserve by September 26th of that year, and they had to complete it by November 24th. So I gave them 2 months to complete it, and 1 month to purchase it. Very, very easy. I gave an opportunity to upgrade to the gold package. Hadn't even created the gold package yet. I didn't think people did. I didn't think anybody would want one. Nobody actually got the gold package, but them knowing that you're actually building a business, there's more than one offering, will definitely help. Now, what I would have done if I had myself as a consultant, if I would have sat down with Carl 10 years ago and said, Carl, you're launching a photography business. I see what you have here. This is what you need to change. Number one, I would have used bullet points at the bottom instead of paragraphs. So it would have been 10 edits, 3 looks, DVD, full distribution rights, $37 non-refundable deposit. I would have highlighted the low deposit. I would have said, only pay $37 today. My goodness, you can pay the rest later. Also, I would have made this flyer clickable. I would have put it in the email as opposed to as an attachment. Then step 6, you put it all together and you send it out very simply. Use an email delivery system that tracks opens and clicks. That's actually something that you can do through your regular email. I tell my students, is one of my signatures of how we are able to track you when you open just through regular email, not having to send it through a MailChimp, not having to send it through an Infusionsoft, none of that type of stuff. Resend to people who don't open it, because people get so much email every day. Send a follow-up, to say, hey, did you miss it? Because if they opened it and didn't click, we're like, hey, maybe hey, look, I'm telling you, just join this. This is tight. I want you to have this. Stick with your deadline. That's very, very important. As I said before, you want people to know that you honor your word. It does something to them subconsciously in a good way. You can always give an oops, you missed it offer. However, it should not be better than your initial offer. Step 7, rake in the profit. If you've done this right, here's what will happen. You have both cash in hand and accounts receivable coming in. Speedy growth in your social media presence and interaction, because we know we still love those vanity metrics, but it's better to get the money in and then let those carry themselves. You will acquire much of the needed data to begin your business plan, because you still want that business plan, but you don't want to be sitting on your idea, not making any money, and then making mistakes after you've written the plan. You're like, oh wait, I didn't have any touch with the community yet, so I don't even know if this works. A free street team of people who are promoting your business online. To this day, I don't remember the last time I did any type of promotion for my photography business, but I just got text messages from somebody wanting a prom shoot, and I haven't even advertised in at least 5 years for my photography. So you get that opportunity and you move forward with it. New customers that are ready to pay full price, again, because your people who you've advertised as a part of your launch, they're going to run their mouths. That's the point of it. You're getting them to run their mouth. But when they bring somebody new in, the new people are paying full prices, because again, you've told your people about the exclusivity of the deal. Be on the road easily to an extra $3,000 a month in part-time income, much more if you're full-time. I want you to think right now, what could you do with an extra $3,000 a month? Just think about it. What trip could you take? What car could you buy? What debt could you pay down just through your side hustle? And I'm telling you, when you have the right price, you have the right delivery, you have the right messaging, you can make the money easily. Now, post-launch, you want to deliver on your service. That's very important. I want to talk to you about that. You put your best foot forward. Again, over deliver. Give instructions on how your people can provide feedback, because you want them to know that. And you also want to tell them how to promote. Give them those hashtags and ask to use. Be like, hey, can you make sure you tag me? When you post this picture, tag me and use these hashtags. Some people, you may just want to type the whole thing out for them. They'll copy and paste it, put it right there, and you're good. Request that feedback via survey if you would like to. Request that if they're satisfied, to leave a positive review, whether it be on Yelp, Google Reviews, Facebook, so many places, and tell others, hey, tell at least 10 people about me. I appreciate it. Ask for referrals. Never be afraid to ask for referrals. It's important. Be ready for more customers and clients. I will say that again. Once you launch, be ready for more customers and clients. It happens every time. A good launch will bring you more customers. So what were the results of the photo launch? We'll jump into it real quick. Like I said, I contacted nearly 100 contacts using my regular old Gmail account. Within the first 10 minutes, I had 6 customers replying that they wanted to book and pay their deposit. It's a numbers game. The more people you contact, the better you'll do. By the end of the day, I had nearly $400 in deposits alone. And all I did was send out an email. I hadn't shot anybody's photo. I just sent out an email. I had $400 in my pocket. By the end of the week, I had over $3,000 in bookings, meaning people who had signed up and they were going to book over the next 2 months. I received more referrals than I could count. And of course, the referrals are charged at a higher rate. By the end of the deadline, I pocketed $500 for work that I never had to complete. Think about that, because again, I had deadlines that people had to meet. The campaign grossed nearly $3,000 based off of 0 professional experience. Again, I had not been taking money yet. I just got good at it. Again, I had the good to great offer. Then I put a price behind it, and then I made money. So in 45 days, extra $3,000. 45 days, $3,000. Can you do that? Does that make sense to you? Is that something that you want to do? I'm guessing the answer is yes. I had a number of people who only paid the deposit. They let the deposit expire. Then they came back later and paid full price. Why? Because they respected my deadline. For legal reasons, of course, I'm going to say results not typical right here. But there is no reason why using this methodology, you cannot surpass what I did. The truth is, you showed up today because you know you want to start that business, but you may not be sure where to start. Start here. Start now. You see the job, technology, and social landscape changing, and you want to have control over your destiny. Start here. Start now. You want to build generational legacy wealth for you and your family. Start here. Start now. And so today, I'm inviting you to something that people have been asking me to do for years. It's a 4-day launch with me. I'm going to take you on a journey. Actually, no, it's not a journey. It's a sprint to launch a business. We're not trying to be on a never-ending journey. People do that way too much, right? So what I want you to do is that, so starting in 2 weeks, 2 weeks from today, actually, let me go ahead and get my, let y'all see me again. So starting in 2 weeks, I am doing my 4 days to launch program, right? And so basically what we're going to be doing is it's going to be 4 days with breaks in between, because what I learned, again, I did this on my own. And in working with my clients, I recognize that a lot of people have jobs, they have lives. And so trying to do something 4 days in a row with heavy dedication is not easy. So I'm adjusting it. It's going to be 2 days, 2 days in 1 week and 2 days in another week with breaks in between, because that's important. So I'm only going to take 20 people through the program, and it's going to be from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. starting in 2 weeks. So starting 2 weeks from this past Monday, we're going to be doing that. So that is May the 23rd. So it's going to be May 23rd, May 25th, then May 30th, and June 1st. That's how we're doing this. We're working very fast. And if those times don't work for you, don't worry, I got you. So what we're going to be doing in this, we're going to be developing your offer that sells and sells. So when I say sell, meaning it makes you money, and it also sells by pushing you forward. Next, we're going to give you that launch price that is irresistible to your customers and profitable to your pocket, making sure not only is the business getting paid, but you're also getting paid. 2 things. Then we're going to develop that infrastructure, and we're going to launch to your product, to your beta group. So simple. We're going to make it happen. Like, I'm here to work with you. And the good thing is I'm going to be building a launch and launching a product right with you. I have some things that I'm getting ready to put out there, and you're going to be able to, I'm going to walk you through the process as I go through the process. So why this launch program? What's different? I'm going to tell you. Number one, it's made for the working individual. We've adjusted our schedule to make it more convenient because we know that's going to work for you. It's not just theory and information. Like, that's not what we're doing. It's actual hands-on development with other entrepreneurs. Next, we give you daily fill-in-the-blank templates, so you never, ever, ever have to start with a blank page. You get assistance from experienced professionals. It's a fully immersive and interactive experience, and that helps you to retain the information so that you can do this over and over again with every product that you decide to launch. So, I'm the type of person, I don't want you to be dependent on me. I love independence. Anybody who knows that knows me knows that. And then we do constant achievement because that boosts confidence. The people that I've worked with, they've literally loved the program for the simple fact that every time we meet, they come away with something that blows their mind. That's my goal. I said, you give me an hour, I promise you I'll blow your mind. That's what I'm here for. And we go for quick results because the focus of the program isn't just to educate you. It's not just an educational program. Yes, you're going to learn a lot, but it's really to get immediate cash flow. We want you to immediately get that cash flow going into your business and into your pocket. You're paying yourself as well as paying the company. It makes perfect sense, people. There's nothing better in business than doing what you love and making money doing it. So how do the 4 days work? Again, 60 to 90 minute group working sessions, hands-on interactive lessons to develop your launch, homework to help you prep for the next class, which is one of the reasons why we're spacing it out, the opportunity to present and market to fellow entrepreneurs. And my last cohort, people were in this selling to each other. It was like, okay, so y'all go ahead and get business in the middle of this. I don't have no problem with it. Then on the off days, I have office hours where you can actually come and, while I'm building what I'm building, you're able to work with. When I'm doing my homework, my door is open. And while I'm doing it, you can ask this call, why do you pick that? Why do you pick these colors? Why are you using this font? Why you choose this type of flyer? Who do you plan on sending this out to? I'm an open book when it comes to that type of stuff, because what I've learned is the more that I share with people, the more that success that they have, the more they recommend to other people. So I'm not the type to just, be closed-minded with it. So then we have done for you templates, because we never want you to be stuck with a blank page. We have a myriad of templates just waiting for you. They've been proven to work. All you have to do is fill in the blank. We give you product descriptions, pricing worksheet, marketing copy, graphic template, and much, much more, y'all. So here's the modules. Number one, we do the launch product development. Then we do the launch methodology. We take you on that customer journey and we identify your market launch. Again, I'm going to go through what I just showed you in the beginning, what I've used over and over again. Just a reminder, we're designing that offer. We're deciding your base price. We're establishing your launch price. Those are things that are normally difficult for people to do. We make it easy. We decide that launch style. We help you to write your copy. What words should you use? What words shouldn't you use? I have a worksheet on the 20 words that you should never put into a Facebook ad, because you know what Mark does. All right, I'm a chill though. All right. Then we help you to design your flyer. Where should you put these words? What's the flow supposed to look like? Should you use this color? You want to use a drop shadow? All of that type of stuff. We come together and we create that delivery infrastructure. We set you up an attractive payment page, because we don't want you just going somewhere. People just don't want to, again, send you something via PayPal or just send you something via Cash App. That's not what works. So then we have to identify that launch market, tell you the criteria. You have a worksheet to decide the criteria of the people that you're going to send it to. We send out the emails that day together. That's your launch. And then we start the data collection and analysis so that you'll be able to really put things together in a way that works. And I tell all of my clients, you will always make more money off of me than I make off of you. That is my ultimate goal, because I'm a consultant. So let's talk about numbers. Let's say you just had 100 products and you sold them at $10 a piece. Whatever your product, let's say it was $10. That's $1,000, just that easy. Now, let's say you had 50 products and you sold them at $50 a piece, because again, I know the law of diminishing return, but that's $2,500. That's a pretty good number. Now, if you had 10 products at $500 and you sold that's $5,000 in your pocket, just that easy. So that's what the numbers look like. Again, a lot of times it looks like this huge place that you got to go to find out how much. Oh my gosh, it's so hard. No. We're going to break this down for you. We're going to make this easy. Now, how long will this take to do on your own? Would you say 4 weeks, 4 months, 4 years? Why even risk it? We have opportunity to do it in 4 days. How long have you already been waiting and putting it off? You've had ideas, or you've been struggling and trying to, pull through stuff. Nah, let's end that right now. So the question is, what would you pay on the open market? I'm going to tell you the truth because, again, I do research. I'm in this industry. I'm going to tell you how much you would pay. Easily $3,200 to $6,400 for this. And it will be worth it for all the things that you get. I'm going to tell you that right now. That's a great price for a lot of people. Now, what do others charge? I was literally on the phone with a coaching program, very similar to this. I do the work. And they charge nearly $10,000. And it's mainly recorded video. Very little interaction. There is no office hours. You get on with a group of people and they say, "What did you do what we showed you in the video?" Like, dang. Now, why don't I charge that much? Well, part of the vision here at Prototype Consulting Group Launch with Carl, number one, we believe that we want to help people get results now. And so I believe in the power of entrepreneurship, and I love to see businesses succeed. Eventually this will go to a videotape thing, and because I'll be having other products, and I just won't have the time to do this. But right now I'm doing it live. Now my main goal this year is to help 500 entrepreneurs to launch, grow, scale their businesses this year. So if I keep my prices down, I can reach more people, because my main goal, yes, I do want to make money, but my main goal is helping other businesses. Entrepreneurship drives every community, and it's something that our community desperately needs. And FYI, this is one of my beta programs, so I will be asking for your feedback, and that's going to help me so I can keep my prices low. Oh, you really thought I was going to sell a program that I don't believe? Please, that's not how this works. Now, we're different. We prefer to cultivate loyalty rather than dependence. So many of these other programs will always have you begging to come back. Our process is customized to you and your situation and your current situation. Like I said, we've made the time a lot easier. All of these templates, they aren't just one person gets one template. It's actually based upon the industry and the launch that you're doing. There are hundreds of them that we help you to choose from. And they come along with the class, not paying anything extra. Remember, what you learn in this program, you can repeat over and over again, even without me. Again, I don't want you to be dependent on me. That's not how this works. And also, we're industry agnostic. So whatever industry we're in, I see, we got retail sales here. This will work for you as well. Now, of course, you do know that every training that you get, because you're a business, it is tax deductible. Now, our regular price for this product is $1,700. And honestly, that's an easy number, because if you just had 17 people purchasing a $100 product, you've paid for it. Or 100 people purchasing a $17 product, you've paid for it. But I'm not charging you $1,700. And wait, there's more. Before I even give you the final price, I'm adding more to this. In addition to taking the class, you will get a post-launch implementation session, meaning after you've launched, we set up a 30-minute one-on-one session where we analyze your current results. We make whatever adjustments need to be made so we can maximize response, and I answer any other questions that you have. Because I know how important it is for people to say, wait, did I do this right? Did I do that right? And I don't ever want to leave you hanging. I over-deliver. Again, on-demand access. This is easily valued at nearly $1,000 because this course is so intense, hands-on, and fast-paced. Sometimes you need to go back and watch it again and get more to it. And plus, I want you to be able to go back, and if you want to launch a new product, do it again. It gives you the opportunity to really understand what's being said, and it also allows you to go at your own pace. Of course, I would love you to be there live, but if you can't be there live within 24 hours, click, it's up and running for you. Then I have what I like to call my digital dorm room. As everybody knows, I'm a happy Hamptonian. I stay right here in the 5th floor of James Hall of the Hampton University. But here in our digital dorm room, it's a community of fellow students, fellow entrepreneurs, where you can ask questions, get assistance, and encouragement. It's access to our instructors. We're in the group, so you can see us. If we're up, we'll answer the questions. Daily updates on where you should be in the launch progress, in the launch process. Say, hey, have you tried this? Are you looking at this? We're not leaving you hanging. Of course, we're not over your shoulder. We're not micromanaging you, but we're just giving you tips and tricks because, again, we know this business journey is one that everybody needs help on. And again, that just to be in a community like that, I know some people that charge $200 a month just to be in a mastermind group like that. Daily office hours, because I do process walkthroughs. useful tips and tricks, real-time constructive criticism, like, hey, you may want to try this. Don't use this type of picture because this is what it invokes. But of course, you make the choices that you want to make. You get to watch me launch a new business. Question and answer, and the value of that is priceless. I'm not even going to joke with you. I'm gonna keep it real. And so the truth is, I'm here to continue to help. That's what we're here for. So I know everybody's like, Carl, how do I get this? What do I have to do? I'm about to tell you right now. And more important than anything is you end up with a fully launched business with just 4 days of work, and you'll be able to rake in your profits immediately. That's the truth. So today's offer is valued at nearly $8,000. But like I said, I'm not charging you that. My spring special is $697, but I'm not even doing that. So for the next 24 hours, I'm knocking $100 off of that. So just 24 hours. So 24 hours from the time this ends at 7 o'clock, you'll be able to enroll for just 2 payments of $350 or 1 payment of $597. Just imagine that. That's literally 10 products at $70. That's 100 products at 10 products at $60 or 100 products at $6. You can do that. We'll get that out there. We'll help you. We'll help you to develop that. It's really, really easy. I want to help as many businesses as possible, and that's what I'm doing. Why I'm doing that. This price will expire since I have this here, 48 hours. I give you that long. The price will go back up to $697. This is one of the last times I'll be doing this class live, as I'm launching some really great opportunities this summer. And a portion of every sale will go to a nonprofit. Now, for the next 24 hours, anybody who signs up gets all that's included, plus a one-on-one pre-launch consultation for an hour, where we go over and perfect your product even before the workshop starts. We'll talk about the benefits of it. We'll talk about how it works for you, sourcing, to make sure that you're getting the best price on that type of stuff. You get a full recorded session, unedited, with my notes. And before I'm not finished, since I really want you to have success, and that's because it makes me look good, I promise everyone who successfully completes this course that I will be their 7th customer. I don't care what your product is. If you've made something that good, because I know if you follow this process, it's going to work, then that means it's worth me buying. And if it's something that I'll never use, if it's a makeup artist, I'll give it away. That's what I do. So, Carl, how did I get here? I talked about my career path, but the truth is I took an interest. I took a chance on myself and others. I took a class because, again, you have to learn this type of stuff. And I took control. That's most important. And I want you today to take control of the future, because in launching a business of your own, you can be sure that not only will you always have income, but you'll be able to protect yourself, protect your family from the uncertain economic happenings in the future. But really, the world is waiting on you. The gift that you have is meant to bless somebody else. Don't keep holding on to it. Don't let your fear of failure, or what do people call that failure to launch, stop you from fulfilling the dreams that you have, from helping other people. That is very important. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to reach out. I'm encouraging you right now. Go to 4days-to-launch/start and sign up today. Get started on making your life happen. Go back and watch this video. The time is now. The next 24 hours, you sign up, you get a free consultation. In the next 48 hours, the price will go up. I mean, that's just how it works. I do deadlines. People know this about me. I'm one who's serious on time. But I just want to encourage you all. I'm glad that you all came. Share this with your friends. Share this with your family. Share this with those who you love. Pass it around. Because again, entrepreneurship is the key to our freedom. It's the key to our success. We have to begin to control our own money. We have to begin to use the skills and talents that we have to control ourselves, to move us forward, to help our friends, help our family, help our community. I'm Carl Gray. I'm your business launch consultant, your business launch strategist, the man who wants to see you succeed. If you have any questions, My DMs are open. My email is open. My phone is open. Holler at me. I want to see you at the top because I'm guaranteeing you that I'm going to be there.
I want you to have profit. My program, Profit Before Pain, helps you to put money in your pocket so that you can actually have that motivation to keep going. So many times we quit and we stop our businesses because we haven't experienced the profit that we want. I'm the type of person, I've been through it. This is what I've used to launch both of my businesses. I had a photography business. I used this same program, made $3,000 the first week. I'm also an ethical hacker, and I launched my ethical hacking classes where I teach people how to protect themselves online, and I made $5,000 my first time going live with it, and continuously made $20,000 the first month. So I'm telling you, this works. That is my solution. And in my 4-day to launch program, you work with myself, you work with my team. We use our templates, our methodologies to get you off the ground. You're in the room with other entrepreneurs who want to help you. Now, I'm telling you, you may be hesitant, but I don't want you to be in the same position next year where you haven't started fulfilling your dreams. You haven't started doing what you want to do. You haven't started doing what you want. We don't want you to experience this pain again. Let's get you making this money. Let's be real. That's what it's about. You want to be able to make an honest living. So click the link below, sign up. Let's get to work and come to my webinar. Let's see how this works. We can work together. And as I've said before, I will be your 7th customer. You go through my program and we get you a viable offer that I help you develop. I'll be your 7th customer. Even if it's something that I'll never use in my life, I will still purchase it and give it to somebody else. So let's go. 4dayslaunch.com. Let's make it happen.